This morning we had news for Battle of Chaos and we got quite a bit of cards to go over, so let's get right into it. So first off, we have Guardian Chimera. It is a level 9 Dark Beast fusion effect with 3,000 or 3,300 attack and defense. The materials take 3 monsters with different names. That's actually very easy. Must first be fusion summoned by only using monsters in your hand and field as material, minimum 1 each. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is fusion summoned by a spell card, you could draw cards equal to the number of monsters used as material from your hand, and if you do, destroy cards your opponent controls equal to the number of monsters you used as material from the field. And the second effect, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects while you have polymerization in your graveyard. This is going to be good for something like Fluffles because they always use polymerization. Overall, this card is very interesting, and this, I would feel, is like an interesting take. That's an amorphid. Those are amorphages. Why is it called Guardian Chimera when they're all amorphages? Because that looks... yeah, those look like amorphages. Okay then, I'm gonna have to look at that later. Then after that, I'm gonna wait for the BlueEyes stuff. We have new Flunderies, and it's only 1 card. Quick play spell card. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Banish 1 winged beast monster from your hand or face up from the field. Add 1 Flunderies monster from your or field spell for your deck to your hand. Then gain 500 life points. It's a rota for the deck, and it pretty much starts your whole entire play. Pretty good card. We have DDD support and BlueEyes support. I feel like BlueEyes support is going to be the first one to go over because this is the one I'm curious about. We have BlueEyes Jet Dragon. It's a light dragon, of course. 3,000 attack, 0 defense. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name once per turn. You must have BlueEyes White Dragon on your field or in graveyard to activate these effects. If a card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon this card from your graveyard if it was there when it was destroyed, or hand even if not. So you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. Other cards you can control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles, target 1 card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. That's actually very good. I definitely enjoy that. After that, we have the Tyranted D. It is a dark spellcaster, 1200 attack, 1100 defense, and you can only use both effects once per turn. You can send 1 BlueEyes White Dragon from your hand or deck to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. That's pretty good. You can discard 1 BlueEyes White Dragon or 1 card that's specifically listed in its text, then target 1 BlueEyes monster in your graveyard, special summon it. That's also pretty good. If you control a BlueEyes monster, you choose the attack targets for your opponent. That's also pretty good. But my main problem, Tyranted, it's a Tyrant card. Why support Tyrant? Because I want Tyrant Dragon support. I want more cards to that series because we only have Metaphys Tyrant Dragon and normal Tyrant Dragon. That's it. Next up, we have BlueEyes Tyrant Dragon. If this doesn't have anything to do with Tyrant Dragon, I'm gonna be pissed off. It's a light level 8 Dragon Fusion, 3,400 attack, 2,900 defense. BlueEyes White Dragon and 1 Dragon monster. Must be first, either fusion summoned or special summoned from your extra deck by attributing 1 BlueEyes White Dragon equipped with a fusion monster. Huh? Unaffected by trap cards, this card can attack all your opponents. Okay. Can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Once per turn, if this card battles at the end of the damage step, target 1 trap card in your graveyard set to a spell or trap card zone. BlueEyes Tyrant Dragon and Tyrant D would have been great ways to also support things like Tyrant Dragon, but no. Also, this really looks like Tyrant Dragon. Oh, that's gonna piss me off for the rest of the day. We have Ultimate Fusion. It is a fusion quick play spell, I believe. During the main phase, fusion summon 1 fusion monster that lists BlueEyes White Dragon or BlueEyes Ultimate Dragon as material. By shuffling fusion materials listed on it from your hand, field or graveyard into the deck, including at least one Blue-Eyes White Dragon or Ultimate Dragon. Then you can destroy face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Blue-Eyes White Dragon and Ultimate Dragons as material from the field. So, a Thunder Dragon Fusion plus some. Interesting. And then finally we have Apparition with Eyes of Blue. It is a continuous spell. When you activate this card, you can also reveal one Blue-Eyes White Dragon in your hand. If you did, special summon one monster from your hand. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent or you control, return that face-up monster to the hand, then apply one of these effects based on its original name. Blue-Eyes White Dragon, special summon one Blue-Eyes monster from your hand. Otherwise, special summon one Blue-Eyes monster from your hand. This support is good. Like, actually good. But I still wish we got Tyrant Dragon support. But I guess Battle Chaos, Cover Card, Dark Magician. Next up, and finally, we have the DD cards. We have, I think, 4 cards. Okay. We have DD Griffin. It is a level 4 Dark Fiend Pendulum effect. 1200 attack and defense, along with a scale of 1. Pendulum effect. You can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. You can target one fiend monster you control against 500 attack for each Dark Contract. You gain 500 attack for each Dark Contract spell trap card with different names you control and in your graveyard until the end of the turn, then destroy this card. Interesting. You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name once per turn, each. If you control a DD monster, special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Extender. Pretty nice. If this card is pendulum summoned, discard one card, or one DD or Dark Contract card, draw one. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can add one DD card from your deck to your hand, except DD Griffin. This card's actually pretty good. Does it help the deck? I don't think so. Next, we have DDD Amnesty King Doom Machina. It's a rank 10 Dark Fiend Exceed Pendulum. 3000 with a scale of 10. You can only use this card's pendulum effect once per turn. If you have a card in your other pendulum zone, you target one pendulum monster you control or in your graveyard. Special summon the card in your other pendulum zone, and if you do, place that target in your pendulum zone. This is pretty good. Very good, actually. And it requires 2 level 10 fiends. You can also exceed this by using a DDD monster you control as material. Oh, it got a Dingrisu. But for any DDD, that's pretty good. You can only control one King Doom Machina in your monster zone. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster card effect on the field, quick effect, detach 2 materials from this card or destroy one Dark Contract you control, and if you do, attach that opponent's card to this card as a material. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. Oh. This is actually very good for the deck. It is a free scale 10 during the standby. It can grab a monster your opponent controls as a material, and you can just summon it on a DDD monster. Next up, we have excuse me, Patent Dark Contract Documents. It's a field spell. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. If your opponent special summons a monster of the same type, Fusion Synchro Exceed Link, as a DD monster you control, inflict 1000 damage to them. Also, they cannot special summon monsters of the same type as those summoned monsters for the rest of this turn while this card is face up on the field. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one DD monster from your graveyard or face up extract to your hand. This is a very good field spell. I do have to admit, that's actually very good. And that artwork looks like Skyscraper, but in a different dimension. And then finally we have DDD Headhunt. It's a normal trap card, so you can trap trick it. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. If you control a DDD monster, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until the end phase of the next turn, but its effects are negated. You cannot declare an attack. Also, if it was special summoned from the extra deck, it is treated as a DDD monster. Whoa. Whoa. So you take control of a monster until the end of the next turn, and it becomes a DD2 monster. So you could just instantly go into the Xyz. That's actually pretty powerful. I really like that. Overall, this support is interesting. Guardian Chimera is interesting. BlueEyes support is pretty good. DD cards are great, and Flundery's card is very powerful. And then this, we have... What else is there? Everyone should remote duel using the power of the official Discord server for Yu-Gi-Oh! 2,500 people will be getting this special bonus artwork of Dark Magician as a box bonus. Physical copy, okay. We know that. We know that. Product for Battle Chaos. Okay. And pretty much we already know everything. So yeah. Today's news was definitely worth waiting to react to, and we still have quite a bit of cards that we're missing. But anyways, I have been Bolt Spider. I hope you guys did enjoy this longer video of news because there was quite a lot to cover. But anyways, see you guys in the next video.